Welcome to another episode of Online Dating with Patsy, the podcast. Hello, everybody. Please welcome back to the show, Billie and Melissa, the creators, owners, awesome people of the Little Black Book app. Billie, Melissa, hello.
Hi there. Thank you for having us back.
Well, first off, we know you brought a guest today, but before we get to that, can you give us an update of how awesome your app is running? And you got so many people on it, right?
Absolutely. So we did our launch August 1st, and we're really pleased with the outcome so far and the amount of installs that we've had. We've pretty much exceeded what our expectations are at this point. We're doing great, and we're getting a lot of great reviews from the users too.
Awesome. Billie, you want to add anything?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, everything has been going phenomenal. Honestly, we've got a lot of positive feedback. People are just super excited. It's so funny. It's either they absolutely love it because they're avid daters like we were, or they're not avid daters and they're kind of like, huh? But, majority of them are just like, this is great. Like I can actually curate my dates, make customized dates all in one spot. And I can, try to make my dating life safer.
Awesome. That sounds wonderful. Well, I want to introduce SHARI. She is a user of my Little Black Book. SHARI, welcome to my podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Where are you from, can I ask?
I am originally from Brooklyn, New York, but living in South Florida for 17 years.
Cool. Anywhere near Disney World?
No, I'm not. I'm in West Palm area.
Okay. That's my happy place. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been on the dating apps? And then we can get right into your experience using the Little Black Book.
Sure. So I'm a single mom of 3, divorced for 4 years, and I've been dabbling in the dating scene for some time now. Just trying to use different apps to see what works best. A lot of the dating apps have a lot of the same features.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you use the Little Black Book. What are your favorite?
Yeah, so I downloaded my Little Black Book, and it was very easy to download. I mean, everything is self-sufficient. You download it, you add your emergency contacts. Very easy to set up. You select all the dating apps that you're on or that you would like to try. Everything is accessible. It's there, and it's user-friendly, and it's a one-stop shop. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere else. You have the calendar, and you have, Open Table, and you have Ticketmaster, and you can't make it any easier for those people that are in the dating scene like myself that would like to plan a date, that would like to, do stuff around the neighborhood, activities, events, and stuff like that.
Well, that sounds awesome. So I have to ask, because my blog is about online romance scammers. And what has been your experience with online dating? So I'm interested to hear about if you have any weirdo stories, crazy stories, funny stories with online dating, because my blog is about online romance scammers, and I try to show women, hey, don't fall for these lies. So I'm curious, what has been your experience?
Oh my God. If I tell you the slew of, can I curse?
Oh, sure.
Okay. The slew of shit that I get in my inbox daily from these guys, and the shit that they say, I don't know where their parents raised them or how they were raised, but I was tired of the dick pics. Now I'm getting, I just want you as a side piece, and all this nonsense. I've got a lot of military that I think they're a bunch of guys, maybe just from Nigeria, trying to scam. And I told them, listen, I could tell you the Brooklyn Bridge before you could tell me the Brooklyn Bridge. It is nonsense of the slew of guys that are coming through these dating apps.
Yep.
And the stuff that they come up with, I'm flabbergasted with my inbox. And when I post stuff on my Facebook saying, this is my dating app chronicles, my friends and family members was like, is this really what's out there? And I tell them, this is the stuff that's coming through. I don't know where these good guys are, but if you know of any, send them my way. Thanks.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. It's, and the dick pics, yeah, I've gotten my share. But you know what I did one time? And this is just because I'm a crazy person. I had a guy send me a dick pic and I went online, found one and sent another one back and he blocked me. That, of course, did not go on the blog.
I love it. Love it.
You know, I mean, look, I can do that
That
too.
is great.
That's the
That
one
is
thing
great.
about
That-
doing
might
what I
have to-
yes, that's the one thing about doing what I do. I get to be crazy like that. I could try to out crazy them, you know, but anyway. So what dating sites do you use currently?
So my little black book is number one. I am on Bumble and I'm on Hinge. I just recently downloaded Stir since it's majority divorced parents. So
Mhm.
there's moms and dads that are, dealing with, the divorce and having kids and making it convenient for the days that I guess we don't have our kids where we can date and we can meet. Because a lot of people see my profile and they see that I'm a mom of three. They're like, well, when do you have time to date? I'm a person, and yes, I do make time, for myself when I don't have my kids. And my kids are at the age where, they can, fend for themselves and watch themselves. So if I go out for an hour for a drink or appetizers, I'm very, I make time for that.
Well, that's good. I know sometimes we just need to take time for ourselves. And I have a daughter, but she's 22 years old, so she's does her own thing all the time. So, is there anything else you want to add about your dating experiences? The Little Black Book, because I'm doing my best to promote the Little Black Book to everybody as best I can, because I think it's a fabulous app. I'm not dating, but if I was going to start dating again, that's the first thing I would do is sign up.
Well, my Little Black Book is to, it's an organizer to keep everything organized for those, for those dates and to plan those dates and organize those dates. So for those people that are on the different dating apps, it's beneficial for you to use, my Little Black Book, because everything is there. You don't have to actually go beyond and plan. It's self-sufficient. It's easy access. There's a calendar. They have Open Table, Ticketmaster, hotels.com. So if you're on a date and the date is going fantastic, and if you had too much to drink and you're out and you feel like you want to step up the game of being out on a date and making a safe choice, don't drink and drive, book, hotel, go to hotel.com and book a hotel room. And Open Table. You want to know what I like to eat? I'm going to tell you I like a Greek restaurant. Go to Open Table, find a Greek restaurant that's someone in the area, and let's enjoy, a nice meal, out doing something that we like. I like sports. I grew up, with baseball, and I would like to go to a game. So go to Ticketmaster, let's catch a game. Let's go, to a concert. So it's very accessible and it's easy, and you don't have to think twice about it.
I love it. I am so happy that you had time to come on here, because they told me when I first interviewed them, well, we're going to get you a user. So I can't thank you enough for being on here. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Billie, Melissa, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, we were
Go ahead.
talking about hotels.com, and not even just getting a hotel in the area, but from my experience, my first boyfriend was from Maryland and I'm in South Florida, and he flew down here and got a hotel, and he didn't have the app at that time because that was quite a few years back, but we've had some users that actually purchase hotel rooms already. And I had a friend who was from South Florida, and she actually went to Virginia and met her boyfriend that way, and she flew there and got a hotel there. But now it's in the app. I mean, once you're on the app and you're making that connection, you could make that hotel, reservation right through the app.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The thing I wanted to add to that is, we want to make the dating fun Of course, but at the same time, we made sure that we implemented things to make it safer, because at the end of the day, we are a solutions-based app, whether it's for the men to curate these dates, so it's a no-brainer for them, or women. But also the safety aspect of it, like SHARI was saying, when she first downloaded the app, she put her safety contacts in. And just so your listeners understand exactly what she meant by that, we have an area in the app where you can put a few safety contacts in. And whenever you go on these dates that you book through My Little Black Book app, it actually sends your safety contact the text message that says who you're with, how long you're going to be gone, exactly where you're at. And then when the date is over, it will also send you a push notification that will say, check out from the date. And so you can let your safety contact know, like, hey, I'm staying out with so-and-so, and this is where we're going, or I'm at home for the evening. And then also you get to rate your date. Just to add another couple of layers of protection, especially if you're, going with people you don't, really know, you can always, instead of giving your real phone number out, since a lot of these communications happen outside of the dating apps, you can get something that's called a hushed phone number. So it's basically a burner phone number. So you have two phone numbers on one phone. So you have your normal phone number that you give to people who obviously have, your number, people that that you trust. Then you can also purchase a phone number through My Little Black Book that's designated just for dating, to keep your identity safe so you don't end up with a stalker. If you really are really nervous and you just always wanted to come to the online dating space, you can always do a general scrub, like an initial background check on somebody. If you're not feeling 100% sure, because, you are meeting a stranger online. So we try to put not only the dating back into the user's hands with, organizing their dates in one spot, but also the safety aspect of it.
I love that part. I do have another question for SHARI. Have you met anybody that you are dating now, or are you still out looking still?
I have not met anyone yet. I definitely know there is someone out there for me, and eventually I'll find that person, but I'm still enjoying getting on the dating apps and, checking the scene out and swiping and to see, what's available. I know what I like and I know what I deserve, so I'm not just going to settle, but, yeah, I'm just enjoying being single and loving me, and, somebody's gonna, find me and realize, what's my worth. So
that is completely true. I love it. I love it. You just said everything that I think. I have another question for BILLIE and Melissa. Do you have any men who signed up for your app?
Yes, tons.
Good. Good. I like that.
But we know they need the organization for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The less they have to think and put something together, definitely easier, because all they have to do is plan the entire date and then just forward that to their date, so everybody's on the same page.
Cool. Can I ask, or can you share about how many subscribers you have right now?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly. Let me pick up everything here. We're almost at 10,000. We had a little bump in the road with our YouTube, but that's okay. We're still on track. Awesome. I am so excited for you guys. And yeah, I feel so lucky that you contacted me, because I like to share good stuff besides the bad stuff that I share. So
right.
Now,
and with all those, hello.
I'm sorry. We're at 9.75, 9,750 installs as of today.
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
As of August 1st.
Way to go, girls.
Yes.
I'm so proud. I'm excited for you. I am excited for you.
Thank you.
Well, do you have anything else you want to share?
I was just going to say, for those guys that don't like to plan a date, those guys that I do talk to, and, I would like to, try to go out on a date. I don't mind making the first move. It's 2023. I'm going to shoot my shot. And, if I have to make the first date and plan the date, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it through My Little Black Book. That's all I have to say.
Perfect. I love it. Ladies, thank you so much for being on my podcast. I really, really appreciate it.
We loved being on, Patsy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patsy. We always love coming on.
Okay. You take care and have a good one, and come back in a couple months.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Okay.
Thank you, Patsy.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to apologize. We had a little trouble with the audio with Sherry, so I hope you were able to understand it. It got better the more we talk, so I do apologize for that. I also want to let you know that you can find the My Little Black Book app on the Google Play Store, all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and of course their webpage, www.mlb-b.rocks. So check them out. It's very inexpensive. It's a very organized way to have your dates. Chances are it's going to be a normal person and not a scammer, I hope. So do check them out. Okay, I have a new little segment besides Scammer Sweet Talk that I'm adding. This is hilarious to me. So about a month and a half ago, I was out at a bookstore with my daughter. We like to hit the bookstores. And this one was Half Price Books in St. Louis. It's actually in Chesterfield. And they were celebrating an anniversary. And the guy said, oh, be sure to go up and check out our bins up there. All books are 50 cents. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll go. I saw this book and it made me think this would be great for my blog or my podcast or both. It's called 1001 Ways to Meet Mr. Right, and it's written by Elizabeth Scheimer Bowers. And if I mispronounced the middle name, I do apologize. It was 50 cents, and I thought this would be very interesting. Well, it's broken down in categories, so I'm just going to break up some of them in every episode, which means I got to do a lot of episodes to get through all 1001 Ways to Meet Mr. Right. So the content says the different sections that they're divided in. It's social ways, travel ways, online ways, life enriching ways, intellectual ways, I'm sorry, that cracked me up, kid-friendly ways, everyday ways, work-related ways, entertaining ways, active ways, and outdoor ways. So I'm going to start with social ways, and I'm only going to go through a few because there's just too many. Actually, I'm going to pick out the ones that really stand out. Of course, the first one says a friend's party. That's standard, for some people. The next one says at a funeral. It may sound morbid, but an after-funeral gathering may present some eligible strangers as long as you stay within the lines of decency and respect. You may be able to meet them. After a funeral, people want to and are supposed to talk about the deceased. So it's perfectly acceptable for you to ask someone how he knew the person whose life you're celebrating and then go from there. Now, the pro on this, it says you have at least one person in common. That's kind of sad and morbid. The con is some guys may not be in the mood for chit-chat at a funeral, especially if they knew the deceased well. Tread lightly. The next one says a home show. I'll read some of the more details of the other ones later, but I'm picking out the ones that I found interesting, made me laugh, or made me go, wow. The next one is the hospital cafeteria. And it said, the pro, I won't read the whole description, but it says the pro, all the well-educated, eligible guys are doctors. The con is, unless you work in a hospital or are visiting chronologically ill friends, relatives, you probably don't frequent them too often. Also, germs. This next one says, a real estate open house. It doesn't give any pros or cons. The next one is a singing group. The pro is music is one of the strongest bonds between people. I agree totally with that. I'm a huge music fan. The con is singing groups tend to attract a lot of men who are gay. So, if you're gay and looking for another gay guy, that would be a place to go. And I'm not laughing at that. I have lots of gay friends. I totally support the gay community. I'm an LGBTQ plus ally. Another one is singles dinners. Okay. I'll pass. A martini bar. The pro is A trip to a martini bar will be a fun night out, even if it's just with your girlfriends. Do you have to drink martinis? That's my question. I don't like martinis. The con, drunk guys and a potential hangover. Oh my God, that's a good one. Wine tasting. The pro is wine tastings are a great way to educate yourself on wines, and they are a fabulous opportunity for meeting new people. The con is if you are not a wine drinker, still steer clear. The whole point of wine tasting is to try and comment on wines. And true wine lovers will pick up on the look of disgust on your face in a hurry. Disgust. Yeah, that would probably be me. I'm not really a wine drinker unless you count church wine at a Catholic church. Um, I'm a 7 and 7 girl. When I drank, I don't drink anymore because I'm too old to have a hangover. And as I tell everyone, I don't need alcohol to make me goofy. I'm already goofy. So, flea market. This is one that stands out to me because I do lots of flea markets. I go because I sell stuff. I make cricket shirts and put cricket stuff on koozies and hats and whatever. And then I also go there to promote my blog and podcast. So that's one of my favorite pastimes. The pro is flea markets after a fun afternoon. Let me try that again. Flea markets offer a fun afternoon of bargain hunting. The con is you will have to sift through some junk to get to the good stuff, which may be true of the men at the flea market as well. So anyway, I will read one more because since it's my favorite time of year, I don't really sing good. So Halloween parties. I love, 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 love Halloween. The pro is good Halloween parties. Parties where people actually put some thought and time into their costumes are really a fun time. The con is cheesy costume guys are worse are guys without costumes. So yeah, do have a funny story to tell. If you're in St. Louis, you're familiar with the Laclede's Landing, downtown St. Louis, which used to be a big party place. And every year, around the weekend before Halloween, they throw this huge Halloween thing down there. And my friends and I would just get all dressed up. And I always felt like, God, this is the time I can really get obnoxious and drunk because none of these people know me because I'm wearing a wig and a costume. So that's one of my drunken stories. Anyway, you know what time it is. It's time for Scammer Sweet Talk. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Scammer Sweet Talk. My favorite segment. Hello, beautiful. Wow was the first thing I said when I come across your profile. I wonder if such a beautiful woman like you still exists, LOL. I will like to hear back from you. How are you doing? Good evening. Sorry for my approach and this unusual way of getting in touch with you. My name is Jean Pascal. I had to leaf through your... And yes, that's actually how he wrote it. Hello there, beautiful. I bet you bake the best bread or cake. Hi, pretty good looking woman. How are you doing today? Hope your day goes well. You look so beautiful. If you are a transformer, you would be Optimus Fine. And I think I've said this before. This next one, I don't understand why they say this. Hope my adding you doesn't seem so embarrassed to you. Actually, they should be the one embarrassed contacting me when they're not really them. But that's just my opinion. And lastly, well, I am new here. I don't have friends. I was searching for an old classmate when I came across your profile. I wanted to know the beautiful lady behind this wonderful profile. I couldn't let go, so I decided to add you so we could be friends and know more about each other, if you don't mind. Well, I hoped you enjoyed that edition of Scammer Sweet Talk. Also, I hope you enjoyed my little excerpts from 1001 Ways to Meet Mr. Right. You can cheat and get the book yourself. It is on Amazon, but you'll have to pay more. I only paid 50 cents. But I mean, it's an interesting read, and I just thought it would be perfect as something else besides, talking about scammers all the time. I like to throw things in once in a while that are, maybe will help you. If one of you do meet someone on one of the ways that this book says, sometime down the road, let me know. I'll have you on my podcast. I'd love to hear about it. Anyway, also, I'm still giving away free shirts. All you got to do is email me at patsypodcast@att.net. You get a t-shirt and some other little goodies that I throw in there. Also, I have my 2023 calendars. They're like 5x7 laminated. All you got to do is email me and I'll send you a couple of those for free. I finally got those ready because I'm giving those out now. So anyway, I guess that's it for today. Thanks for listening. I appreciate the time you take to listen to my little podcast here. I absolutely love doing it. I like hearing from you all. I do hear from folks on occasion. Keep those emails coming. I love hearing from you. If you have any suggestions or things you want me to cover on my podcast, I can do that. I'm more than happy to. But anyway, as I say at the end of every show, never send money to someone you don't know.